What is up, YouTube? I know it's been a hot little minute, and I'm kind of sick of my own shit too, right? Like, I'm sick of going full force on YouTube for years and then like pulling back once I do a couple videos because they're not getting views. So we're back, and now I'm gonna give you guys I'm still gonna do like my 30s for 30 stuff and make sure I'm still like going with that because it's something I really enjoy. But today I'm actually gonna take you guys on my leg workout. You know, the YouTube fitness era has died off so much where I feel like now it's gone into like this influencer unrealistic era where most people you can't really trust most of these fitness influencers, right? Number one, they're like 10 or they're 21. So it's like they're showing you like these lavish lifestyles and stuff like that. And, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying like most of them don't even have a certification. Most of them just like copy and paste diets that other people have given to them. So I want to make fitness fun again. And I want to show you guys like personality, and I want to show you guys like who I really am authentically. I'm coming off of like a high in the sense of like, I just got back from Vegas. I just got done, at a bodybuilding show. And for those of you who've been following me for a long time, you know that I was a bodybuilder from 2010 to 2018. So I still love the sport. I just don't compete anymore. I'm actually jumping back into High Rocks training starting today. I picked a race out that I really want to do. So I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes of like what this journey is going to look like and what it looks like to be a real... I'm a content creator now, but I also want to have influence, but in a positive way. So I don't want to call myself an influencer, but I wanted to show you like the realistic part of people who actually have passion for this and drive and who want to give you guys information and who want to give you ourselves to just inspire you to be better, right? Because it's like, I get it. I understand that most people don't have the drive, the energy to hit the gym. So I'm really hoping that like my spicy, fun personality will be able to get you guys going. So like I said, I'm coming off of a major high. I just had like a great 2 weeks with my partner in crime and my bestie. And he's just like so great. And he's really taught me a lot about life and just things in the last like 2 weeks, and I'm super grateful. Like, I'm on a high, guys. So what I mean by that is like I'm just stepping into this new beautiful era of myself, and that's why I really want to showcase my personality here on YouTube and bring back fitness and make it fun again and make it so that like you guys get amped up when you watch these videos to like go hit the gym and to just like go do life and to just like reset your life and everything like that. You guys know I moved from LA, I moved to Florida, and I'm doing a whole reset. And I'm just trying to figure shit out, right? So let's go figure shit out together. Okay, squad. So we just got to the gym. Right now, I'm currently living in Orlando. So I train at Iron Religion. It's a good gym. Now, here's my thing. I mean, y'all know me, I'm just going to say shit as I feel it. And if you don't know, welcome. I like this gym so much. For one, it's 24 hours. Two, super big bodybuilding community. Love it. The downside to this gym is honestly, it's a shithole. And what I mean by that is that other people don't have like social awareness. Like, oh, I'm just going to leave all my shit on this machine. It's crazy to me. Like, I grew up in Bev Francis Powerhouse. And if you know, you know. Steve, we love you. You've taught the world what gym etiquette is. If you leave shit in his gym, that man's stepping on your neck. So anyway, like I've been brought up in a culture of like, it's proper to put your shit away. Like, you just don't leave your shit out all over the place. And if you do, you're a dirty gerbil and you need to seek Jesus, Mary, Joseph, the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, the whole team. Call the team. So anyway, so that's like my biggest downfall at this gym is like it's shitty, and it bothers me that like I have to spend 90% of my workout is consumed with let me go put this shit away so I can lift my shit. Like, funny story. I was in the gym a couple weeks ago. I was on FaceTime with George Brown, and some guy, I go, oh, are you done with the Smith machine? He goes, yeah, you could use it. I go, oh, I guess I'll just put your weights away too. And he goes, huh? And I go, you wanted me to pick up after you. And he was like embarrassed. So obviously he put his weights away. But bring back bullying in 2025. Like, if you bully people in a good regard and teach them a lesson out of it, I bet you that guy will never leave weights around ever again. Anyway, okay, let's go get this leg workout in. So this is how it's going to go down. I am a creature of habit. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. So what I mean by that is my split is mostly glutes and hamstrings just because I'm very quad dominant now and I really love a progressive overload. So I'll do like 5 exercises, possibly 6, probably not. And I do like the same kind of routine all the time just to be transparent. And when I do progressive overload, I do 4 to 5 sets. Typically I do 4 sets and I start off with 12 reps. Then I work my way down to 10, 8, and then 6. And I'm increasing the weight every single time. So what I really like about this is I focus in on slow and controlled movement. I focus in on squeezing and engaging my glutes and hamstrings because your girl's glutes have gotten small. And that's just because like I'm changing my body composition and my glutes are mostly fat because I'm not a bodybuilder anymore. So I don't have a whole ton of muscle on my glutes. But I like a little jiggle, if you know what I mean. So I focus on slow and controlled movement, really squeezing in and focusing in on the muscle mind control. And like I said, you're increasing the weight every single time. You don't need to be doing these crazy Instagram workouts. They don't work. All these Hollywood trainers, I know them. Those workouts, those girls have their bodies done. It's unrealistic. Doing a lunge into a kickback isn't going to grow your glutes at all whatsoever. So go back to the basics. And especially if we're like limited on gym time throughout the week, you realistically only need to go to the gym 3 days a week and get 3 to 4 solid hard workouts in. So let's go get this workout. Enough shit talking. When you get to the gym, especially when you're in your 30s, we need to stretch. I mean, you need to stretch at any age, but to be blunt, if you're over in your 30s and over, we need to stretch before we work out. You can't just be raw dogging it. I mean, not in the gym at least. But anyway, I'm so upset we lost the tripod. And when I say we, it's because Emil and I are now a team, right? Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. Now, we just had so much shit going on over the weekend that I'm typically a very organized person. And because it was like his show day, we were traveling. He had so much shit because he was coming from London to Vegas to Florida. I was trying my best to keep everything organized, but I fear I dropped the ball a couple times. I left his jacket that I was stealing at the hotel, so now the hotel's got to mail it to me. He lost my resistance bands backstage, so now I got to order that. And I swear to y'all, I hope he does watch this. I had that tripod in his backpack, and I'm more than certain something happened to it. So I'm not gonna take the L on the tripod. So now I'm gonna have to like ghetto rig this YouTube video with my just tripod that I have with my Pocket 3. And I have to Amazon a new tripod so I can, not be ghetto. But it's okay. We're gonna work with what we got. So, importance of stretching. Honestly, recovery and preventative mentions are just as important as your workout, to be honest with you guys. We're not 21 years old anymore, and our bodies just don't move the same. Hormones are different, mobility is different. So it is super important to be stretching and to just be making sure that the whole point of going into the gym is to get better each and every single time, right? So one thing that I've realized is since I've taken stretching more seriously and I do yoga on Saturdays is it's increased my lifts so much because now I can squat all the way damn near down to the ground and I'm not getting injured anymore like I used to when I did do bodybuilding and when I was in my 20s. Oh my God. The crazy things that I did to myself when I look back, I'm like, how is my body still where it's at today? It's just absolutely insanity. But so make sure that before we actually hit our workout, we want to just stretch. You don't need to do anything crazy. I like to do like some dynamic warm-ups as well, like some leg swings, hip openers, but I am feeling very tight right now just because I've been traveling consistently since September 9th, since my birthday trip. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling it right now. So it's important for me to just keep moving my body and to just keep taking care of myself. I have been really good with my recovery, and I just recently closed another deal with Sweat House, So I'm pretty excited about that. So I can be way more consistent with like cold plunging, sauna, and everything like that, just to keep the blood flow, circulation good, and just to keep my body moving. You know, just because I'm 33, I want to be hot in my 30s. I'm looking to be a wife, and I'm looking to be a hot mom. You know, the mom that pulls up in, I don't want a Range Rover, I want a Jaguar F-Pace. I just pop in and I'm just like, taking my kids to football, you know? That's the mom I want to be. Hot mom, drinking her coffee as she's sitting on the sidelines. So anyway, all right, let's get into it. See, this is exactly the shit I'm talking about. Like, I want to start with a hip thrust, and like, why is there already 5 plates on here? I just don't understand. It's like really irritating to me. Pick up after yourselves. Anyway, because the tripod sitch, here's what we got. So we're first gonna start off with some hip thrusts. I'll be blunt, I hate this exercise. Literally, mentally, emotionally, and physically, everything in my body hates hip thrusts. I'm probably the only female that doesn't jump for joy. But hey, it works, it does build your glutes. So this is where we're at. And you know, it's funny because some of you are probably thinking like, why would you do an exercise that you hate? Well, here's the God's honest truth. In life, when you want to be successful and when you want things to, you know, progress in a way where you look good, you feel good, you're making good money, you have to do things that you don't want to do in life. It's called sacrifice. And just because I don't want to do the exercise doesn't mean I don't have to do the exercise. If I want bigger glutes, this is the exercise that works. So I'm gonna just shut my mouth and do it. We got 6 sets here. Why? Because this first set doesn't count. It's just gonna be a warm-up set, and it's just gonna be to lock in and engage my glutes. So like I said, we're gonna hit 6 sets of this. It's gonna be 5 working sets. This is always my biggest lift. My first exercise and my last exercise are my 2 biggest lifts. Just to obviously get warmed up, and then obviously just to crush it out and what's the word I'm looking for? Not burnout, because I hate that word. More so just like to obviously end my workout off on a high note. So let's get it. This is gonna be my warm-up set. We're gonna try and hit, I'm good with this weight. I can do like 15 reps of this. Now, when you're going to hit the hip thruster, people do this exercise wrong all of the freaking time. So the best way that I tell people how to do it is you wanna imagine like a seesaw motion. So you wanna look up at the ceiling, look down straight ahead at the mirror. Up at the ceiling. You don't wanna just hump the air, all right? I know that's what most of you guys do in the bedroom, but we're in the gym, so we're not gonna do that. So you want your body to flow with you. You don't want your neck to get stuck like a moron. You know, sorry guys, you're either gonna hate me or love me. That's what someone just said to me on a voice note. So again, we're gonna lift up, come back down. So hand placement, look straight ahead, look up. All right, so 15 reps. I was kind of just banging it out, getting the blood flow to the muscle, but holding it up at the top and really squeezing your glutes, that's really where you're gonna get the most of the contraction. And then obviously elongating the glutes as you're going on the way down. So focusing on that slow and controlled movement and then going up. Excuse me?
One more for me.
You have one more over here? Oh, no one was over here, so.
One. No.
Okay, no. I just caught it in prime action of exactly what I'm talking about. Prime action of what I'm talking about. How is it over here? I had enough time to set my weights up, do my exercise, and I mean this respectfully, like it's just proper gym etiquette. How do you come over from 2 rooms away and then go, I have one more set left? That's crazy to me. Like, and then you rudely interrupt my workout to go and do your set. And then you just attempt to leave the weights on here as if like I'm your servant. Like, okay, that was just like literally prime of me not being a liar. Like, I don't know that girl. I'm not trying to be a mean person in the gym, but it's just like, it is annoying when you are trying to get your workout in and like you're focused and then like people just come across the room and they're like, oh, but I'm using this. No, you weren't. Like, you can't do 10 different things at one time in the gym and not be respectful of other people who are working out. Like, come on now. This will be my first working set officially. We got 12 reps when we're here. So again, I'm focusing in on slow and controlled movement. A lot of people like to pop up with the hip thrust. That technique just isn't really for me. Follow whoever you guys want. It's just not what works for me, and it's just not what I do personally. Weight doesn't mean anything if your form is bullshit. If there's one thing that like really gets me in the gym, it's like when you watch people do all these exercises and they pile on the weight, pile on the weight, pile on the weight. And then before you know it, like their form is just like they're humping the air and stuff like that. So it's like, that doesn't do you any good to say like, oh, I can hip thrust 500 pounds. Okay, well, you know, a donkey can also be portrayed as a horse sometimes. That analogy didn't make sense, but here we are. And let's go. On to the second exercise. Now we're gonna hit a staggered deadlift. So what I like to do is each week I switch up like the direction of my workouts. I keep the same type of exercises, but I like to go from like 2 legs to 1 leg, back to 2 legs to 1 leg. So I do like an isolation, and then so I can get a little bit deeper into the glutes and hamstrings. When you're doing a staggered stance, let's just make sure that this is gonna be good. Nope, it's not. God damn, I'm so pissed about this tripod. So I just like hold on to a bench. Like, can you see me? Okay, great. So you got 1 foot in front of the other, your back foot's on a diagonal to your front heel. And when you're going down into the staggered deadlift, you wanna push back onto your glutes and hamstrings. I like to keep the dumbbell in this hand, so then it's a unilateral movement. And then you're just going to push back onto the hip, having a slight bend in each knee. And then as you're here, 1, 2, and then I like to slowly come up and engage. Most people like to come up from a deadlift and pop up. I don't believe in that way personally. I just think that that is meant for more of a powerlifting strategy, is when you're trying to get the weight up and then you pop up. I'm really a big fan of, if you don't have slow and controlled movement, then you actually can't lift that weight. That's just me. Call it as you see it. Okay, so now that we all know that I'm a rapper, all right, we're gonna start with 10 reps and then work our way down. So let's do it. You can test my love. We're gonna increase by 5 pounds each and every single time. And now I'm gonna decrease the reps to 8. And then we'll go up again 5 pounds, and then we're gonna go down to 6, and then so forth. Again, I'm only doing 4 sets on this one because I did 6 sets on my first exercise. My microphone wasn't on for the last one, so I'm gonna reshoot it again. So sumo squat, heels in, toes out. So I like to do this exercise with a slight hinge in with it. So you're gonna go heels in, toes out, keeping the chest up back nice and straight. Now, when you're here going down into the squat, you wanna get nice and deep into the bed of the hamstring. But the reason why I like to hinge over too is because you're pushing back onto your hips, which will isolate the under glute. As you're coming up is when you wanna feel that contraction, and then you wanna elongate the hamstring on the way down. To be fair, I'm doing a rep range right now of 10, 8, 6, and 4, which is perfect for me because last week, like, I just wasn't getting in like my quality workouts, which is fine because we were following a Mills, like, you know, peak week protocol, and I was just kind of like, you know, working out with him to be there for some support. And that was good enough for me, to be blunt, because I've been traveling since September 9th and I haven't had like a set workout schedule. I only had like 10 days to myself before I left for Vegas, where I was able to like hit a hard cut and where I was actually able to like work out. But that's like not a lot of time from September 10th to October 9th. But anyway, so yeah, so today we're gonna hit that 10, 8, 6, 4 rep range. So now we're gonna go up in weight and hit this set. Okay, I'm getting tired. I'm exhausted right now, but we're just gonna push through this workout. My eyebrows look fantastic. Okay, we're gonna hit cable kickbacks. I'm gonna step 1 foot over this way, and I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna get a full extension. I'm really looking to build the upper glute right now, so I'm not gonna get like a full when you're head on, because you can do cable glute kickbacks different ways. I think men need glutes. Just for everyone who knows this, a gym girly, we want to see glutes. We want something to grab onto. I don't want you to have like 6 skinny legs and no glutes. Like, you look like a dummy. That's when you look like a dummy, is when you only train upper body. I like to put my towel down because these people are nasty as hell. And then we're gonna step over this way. So now we're gonna hinge a little bit into the exercise. We're gonna go back to come right forward. So you don't want to go all the way forward, where you're like going all the way up here. You want to keep it so you keep the cable tension each time. My butt all the way up against here. I'm going to lean forward into the exercise this way, so then I could target the outer part of my glute, a half rep, so I'm just engaging the muscle. All right, we've officially made it to our last exercise, thank God, because I still have to do some cardio, and I'm exhausted mentally, emotionally, spiritually. We're gonna go here, slight hinge into the exercise, drop the back knee down. You wanna power and engage off of the back of the hamstring and into the glute, so you're gonna feel it like right here. Not to be inappropriate and show you guys my glutes, but that's where you guys really wanna feel and engage the muscle. It's all about the contraction. It's not necessarily about like the squeezing, or like when people tell you squeeze your glutes at the top and shit. So yeah. All right, let's get into this first. I had 3 eggs, 3 whole eggs, 3 ounces of steak, ribeye steak, and oatmeal. And then on the way here, I had my muscle eggs, which has 26 grams of protein in a serving size. And then I added a scoop of protein powder into that with some coffee to get me going, because I don't like to take pre-workout and like all that extra stuff. So yeah, so let's get this first set. So again, I think I'm pretty gassed out. I know I had mentioned like I was gonna do 6 sets. That was a fabrication of the truth. I'm gonna bang out as much as I can to your body. There's a difference between like digging deep and being stupid, you know? Because like all these influencers will tell you like, no days off, all this dumb shit. I'm done with my leg workout. Now we're gonna hit some cardio for 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. I went on a 2-mile run this morning. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are my run days. So Mondays, it's just a short run, like a warm-up run. Wednesday's my big run day, and then Friday is just my recovery day. So we're just gonna hit the Stairmaster, like I said, 30 minutes. Let's go. All right, so we're finishing up on the Stairmaster. I'm only doing 30 minutes. Key tips when you're on the Stairmaster, it's never good to be like slouched over, right? So you're never getting anything done. Also too, going on a high speed that you can't really perform on is never a good idea also. Like just going dumb fast, like sprinting on the Stairmaster. I'll never understand that. I like to start off at level 5, hit it for 5 minutes. Then I go level 6, 5 minutes, level 7, 8, so forth, or whatever I'm feeling that day. Just because like you really do want to focus in on, see how I'm out of breath? I'm getting my heart rate up, I'm out of breath. Those are the things that you want. You really just want to put yourself in a fat burning zone. Cardio is an additive tool for heart health. People be dying on these Stairmasters, slaving away. And I just don't get it. Like, especially if you're not a bodybuilder, you don't need to be on here for an hour. Cardio isn't gonna out-train your poor diet. People rely on cardio way too much instead of focusing in on building muscle, because the more muscle you have, the less body fat you have. So if you focus in on heavy weight training and doing cardio a couple days a week, I run and do the Stairmaster because I like it for my mental health. I like to run to clear my mind and to feel free. It's a blessing to be able to move your body. It's a blessing to be able to do a run. So that's really just like where my mindset's at, is I get to do all these things, not I have to do all these things.
So I'm gonna finish up on here, hit my little outro for you guys, but that's pretty much just been a day in my life of just going to the gym, focusing on myself, my mindset, my mental health, my spiritual health, my physical health, all the things, so then I could just keep becoming the best version of myself. I was living in LA for the last 6 years of my life, and if you don't know, now you know. And I just became quite miserable towards the end. Like, I was working for a company and literally like managing that gym for 6 years of my life. And towards the end, when I realized I was never gonna own it, I was never gonna progress, I was never gonna be anything that I was except for that, I started to just become like, why am I doing this? I'm killing myself every day. I'm tired, my body's not responding, I'm not eating well, I'm not sleeping well, my stress levels were through the roof, and stress kills, like literally. So I just had to do something. So one day I woke up and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna pack up all my shit and I'm gonna leave LA. And I did, because if you know, then you know, and you'll understand this, but if you don't, you might not get it. But LA is like a dark place. Like, I don't know, like there's just like a cloud over it, and it just wasn't for me. Getting my soul dry. I didn't like the person I was becoming, honestly. So now I quit my job. I decided to go online coaching full-time, content creation full-time, UGC content full-time. Travel meets fitness is my niche now. And you know, that's really where it's at. And I've been so happy. Entrepreneurship isn't easy. I also do gym consulting, so it's not easy, but it's worth it. Frees up my time so I can stay focused in on myself to just keep becoming the best version of Lindsay. So we're officially done leaving the gym. I'm quite over it, honestly. That was a long gym session. I really only lock in and do long gym sessions like that if like my mental is off. Where the fuck did I park? And not to say like my mental's off, but it's like I said, I've been off of my routine for such a long time that I just needed like some peace and quiet to myself. And for me, like, the gym isn't just to look good, it's for my mental, because the gym is the only place that's ever made sense to me that I could call home, where I don't feel judged, where I don't feel I have to impress anybody except for the person I was yesterday, and just being that much better each and every single time. So this has been my first video back of this type of style. So hopefully you guys like it. But like I said, I'm trying to bring back old school fitness YouTube where you guys can actually enjoy somebody who is a little bit more relatable instead of me just throwing in a bunch of codes and shit all the time. So hopefully this doesn't fall. Over and out. It has been a successful leg day. I look like a wet dog right now, so bye.